Sorry about that, man. Technical difficulties.
Nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How you doing, man? You good?
Doing good, man. How are you, man? What's
I'm
your
good, man. I'm good. Sorry, what's that?
What's your real name?
My real name, Lewis. I'm from England, as everybody could tell. So yeah, let's get that out there. Why not? Right. So I'm gonna start by saying welcome, bro. It's a pleasure to have you here as always, man. Second ever person I've ever had on. It's a pleasure. So I want to start by asking, really, how did you get into producing? Because obviously, a lot of people seem to go down the rap route rather than the producing route, the backside of it. So I just want to know why you got into that side of it, really.
I would say probably my earliest getting in producing was I used to play drums in high school and middle school.
Yeah.
Started off playing drums in the 7th grade, and kind of I went from marching band, concert band, just started throughout middle school, high school, and that's kind of started with music. And once college started to come around, I had, ended up going to audio school. So I started taking the music stuff a little bit serious. So,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I started through drums, but just like pretty much like 9 times out of 10 other producers, they got their start through, church or,
Yeah.
like that. Same
Is
thing.
that why we're always hearing the drums in your beats then and shit? Yeah.
I
I'm with
started
that.
from,
Yeah, man. So, of course, we got to talk about, man, your co-produced life with Lute, bro. Like, what were that like? How did that even come together to start with, really?
it's a lot of context and backstories through that, man. So
Right.
I want to say like how I even got started with Dreamville was like years ago, like 2015.
Right.
So like this is like it's not overnight. It looked like it was over.
Yeah.
That's what social media does. It shows you the results. It doesn't show you really what happens, behind the scenes. But like I got started with Dreamville like 2015. Like so I remember like just one day on Twitter, posting, some beat tapes my on Twitter, and out of nowhere I got a DM from the A&R Dreamville.
Right.
Yeah, so that's they want that's what they dream of. They
Yeah.
and at the A&R sees them, and I just got lucky that one day. I was following the right people, and he DM, like he was like, "Yo," "Yo, my name's Matt." So if you don't know who Money Making Matt is, um, definitely do your Googles because he's responsible for a lot of Dreamville.
Definitely. Yeah. There's a lot of behind the shit to Dreamville that people
Yeah,
don't really connect with, if you feel
yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
a lot of that stuff. So anyway, 2015, he DM'd me. He was like, "Yo, you want to send some stuff with Dreamville?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So like,
Yeah.
I was kind of 2015. I was at a place where I was like, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to keep doing music. So, um,
So
I
it
was,
definitely
I
changed
was, I
shit.
was at a, I was like, damn, do I want to keep doing this music shit? I was beat battling at the time. I had some producer deals. I was meeting
Yeah.
A&R and run around. But that end of that year, I had one more beat battle left, and
Right.
it was like over like 100 producers in Atlanta. It was crazy, and I came in the top 10 that year. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this last beat battle, my last hoorah, and I'm gonna focus on Dreamville. So from 2015 to 2020, I was just like tunnel vision with Dreamville.
Yeah.
Dreamville, submitting stuff, meeting the right people, building organically, and then from there it just eventually landed me with Lute. So
Yeah.
I put in a lot of work over the last 5-6 years with Dreamville. So
I can see that. Obviously, I've not known you for a while, not spoken to you for a while, but I can see that even just scrolling through your social media, like say, it's no overnight success. Nothing's really an overnight success, if I'm honest with you, is it? Even if you have them one-hit wonders, it's still not an overnight success. They've still been looking at it since a kid, etc. So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, man. So, of course, like you just touched on it then, but your placement at Dreamville,
Hmm.
shit, man, there must be, you've got to have some stories there, considering you've been connected, since
Yeah, so
2015?
it, yeah, like I said, like it's I've built a lot of relationships. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing about this getting in the game. Like you don't want to be, how can I put it, man? Like you don't want to be on no weird shit, man. Like especially like with Dreamville, like it's such a closed knit.
Yeah, yeah, it's tight, it's
You know,
tight.
it's hard to get in there. And once you
Yeah,
got your foot in the door, you don't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? So once you in there, meet the people you can, take all the opportunities you can, and just go and just
yeah.
go. So
That that's to be fair, like I say, Dreamer. Even the fans, to be fair, they're harsh as shit. They're like keep kind of tight as you see yourself. It's like cold, 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 cold. But like you say yourself, Dreamville ain't just cold, cold, cold. There's so much more to Dreamville than we all love, respect Code. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Shit, the guy's a legend, but still, there's like you say, there's backdrops to that. You got much more, man, much more.
I have to approach it too because like when I started getting in it, I started getting my foot in the door with Dreamsville. I didn't want to um knock any opportunity that came to me because it
Yeah,
wasn't just
yeah, yeah. You still got to work
other
basically.
other artists on there, Lute, Kaz, Boss, Earth Gang, JID. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? All they all have um they all have their purpose. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to knock anything that was like, this is not for J. Cole album. I'm not sitting on stuff for it. Anything
yeah,
that came to me was like, yo, send some stuff for Boss, send some stuff for Kaz, send some stuff for JID, whatever. I would send it, boom, 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 boom. So I just had to realize the opportunity that I had and be humble
yeah,
and take every opportunity that came to me because like not a lot of people um had a Dreamville opportunity. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's rare to get. It's rare to see.
yeah, it's kind of rare that I think about it. Like a lot of people don't really have like that Dreamville like in there. In there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In there you don't want to mess it up. That's it
yeah,
with TDE, if you would OVO, if you would anybody. Once you get your foot in the door, do not mess it up. Take any
yeah, yeah.
come to you because you never know where it's gonna take you. So that's what I had to do.
Yeah, it seems like you've done it, executed it pretty well in my eyes. To be fair, I mean, like I
Mm.
say, you've not worked with just Luke. You've worked with other artists as well, man. You've done bits really. If I'm if I'm truthful, with you, you've not just stuck to your lane. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, you've moved about as well. So yeah, we'll answer a few questions here whilst we're here. I've just
Mhm.
seen one pop up. We've got one here. Do you work with other artists outside of Dreamville from Coldest?
Don't work with other artists besides Dreamville.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I work with a couple of different artists. There's a few artists that come to mind is Oswin Benjamin,
yeah,
really dope artist, rapper, singer, songwriter, actor. You know what I mean? So he's like one.
yeah, yeah.
So Oswin Benjamin, check him out definitely. He's one of the guys I work with. Um, who else?
Styles P, the were.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah,
so he was the one that got Stouts P to do a feature for him. So I was able through Oswin Ben able to get a Stouts P feature. So that was pretty cool to produce for Stouts P. A legend in the game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah.
Styles P. Also through Money Making Matt, he hooked me up with Smoke DZA. So
Right.
Smoke DZA, that was pretty cool. I met Smoke in person, and we got in, locked in, played some couple of beats from him. He was like immediately, he was like, yeah, like this is exactly what I need. So
Yeah,
there's a couple other people that from my hometown and
yeah.
just in the Midwest. That's where I'm usually from. I'm originally from the Midwest, so um,
Right.
people from the Midwest. A couple people out here in New York. So I'm still working my way up the ladder, but the loop placement was like my first official major placement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that shit, I know I'm going back on myself again, but honestly, as soon as I heard that dun 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 dun, dun and then Luke
Yeah,
comes with my daughter called me over there crying, so I just cried with her. I was like, "Poor,
yeah,
certified fucking classic from the get go." If I'm honest
yeah.
with you, definitely,
Thank you so much, man.
nah,
Thank you.
definitely, man. Yeah, so touching back on the Dreamville, like you say, you got close connections with Dreamville, shit like that, your managers, the AR, and all that shit. So, is there anything we can expect from any more work with Dreamville, or is it all that hush hush at the moment? Or...
Uh, so I had a couple months ago. Um, I had two artists post some stuff that on my beats. The ones that you
Yeah,
guys and Luke. So I hope I have some more stuff with them. Um, you know,
yeah,
who I'm probably the most in connect with. Those are the two that I've actually met a few of them, a few Dreamville artists in person.
Yeah, man. What was that like?
I met,
Shit.
I actually met a few Dreamville people in person. I got so many stories, man. But
You got to let one of them go for us, man.
yeah,
You got to let one of them go.
let me backtrack. So 2016, um, there was a hip hop festival in Brooklyn, and
Right.
I live on the East Coast, so
Right.
but nothing for me to go to New York and to check them out. So
Yeah.
um, there was a hip hop festival with Dreams. Well, basically most of Dreamville. Most of Dreamville was other artists there, but most of Dreamville there. So at that hip hop festival, I was invited by that Dreamville A&R. And I met Boss, I met Earth Gang, I
Yeah.
met Omen, I met Kaz, I met Mees, who's Kaz producer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much everybody like
I
that
bet
day.
say so. He met more than half the roster right there. Like,
So the only people
yeah.
I did that day was GID, Ari, and Cole. I think they're on tour, but
Right.
everybody was there. So I met everybody in one. So so from there, I met Kaz, and I don't think I got Kaz's contact until he came back to New York for his Affected tour, and
Yeah.
I'll get backstage, we exchange contact, and then from there I would just send him the music, and from there he would just he like, yo, hold this, whatever, hold that, or whatever. So I might have some stuff with Kaz. I don't want to give much away.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't be letting too much out the bag.
Yeah. So I might have some
Right.
stuff, and
Yeah, man. So
and then
touching, so
yeah,
definitely touching on them stories, man. So
yeah,
what's this? You gotta have some shit for us out here. You gotta let us some information, some stories. What you got about Dreamville, man?
yeah. I was someone down here like, how does it feel jazzing with Cole? Actually, no, I actually haven't met Cole.
Right.
One of the I think Cole out of everybody I haven't talked to in some type of way or fashion. Everybody else I've talked to either social media, email, DM, whatever. I've talked to everybody, and it's like a weird coincidence. Like I don't know if they know that I'm in Dreamville or just like my music is just like like they just
What?
like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it. It was like I don't know if it's a huge coincidence or they're like, oh, like, oh, this is the guy Dom that's been through Dreamville, or like, oh, I like his music, and then they put two together, like, oh, that's the
Yeah.
same life. So, I guess only time will tell. But yeah, I haven't met Cole yet. I'm hoping.
That
So
shit. It'll come, man. It'll come. It'll come. Definitely with the way you're going. I mean, you've only been going up in my eyes with the way. I mean, straight from the beat battles to Dreamville to Tunnel Vision, like you say, man.
yeah, for sure. And
Keep it going, man. Definitely.
for dope,
I
uh,
want to be hearing more from you, bro. But
up with
so
the baseline for life. I had a question.
where's that? Oh yeah, how'd you come up with the baseline? Oh, how did you come up with the baseline for life, though? But, yeah.
So he told me about this baseline too. He was a real big fan of it. So how life came around was 2019.
Yeah,
um, just one day I was just kind of like I was just like wasn't really sure about my situation and my music. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna fly to LA and see what happens. Cause the dream
yeah,
was like I literally flew out there on a whim. Like I didn't know I ain't had no studio sessions booked.
yeah, man.
Only thing
So
that
you
only that was
just
out
chanced it straight up.
on the plane was like I'm going to LA. I figured out when I get there. Cause the Dreamville studio was out there and Money Making Mad is out there. So I was like, he'll put something
Oh,
together.
yeah, yeah,
He put something together, and I knew Kaz was in town, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out there, try to get in with Kaz, because me and Kaz been back and forth. So I'm gonna try to get in with him, make work on stuff, and then see what
yeah,
happens. So I get to LA, and unfortunately, Kaz had a situation at the time. He had like a personal situation at the time, so I couldn't get in with Kaz. So I'm like, damn, I just flew out here for nothing. I can't get in with Kaz.
yeah,
I went to the studio, and I was just cooking up beats all day because I had nothing else to do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So but later on that day, Matt was like, he was like, "Yo, Lute's coming back in town, um, from his Australia tour. I can see if I can get you guys in the studio."
shit, yeah,
Yeah, so I was in LA for 2 days, 48 hours. So that was the first day. The second day, I met up with Lute out of nowhere. So that's how we got connected. Just
And
for
like you
me,
said, just off a limb as well,
just
like just
something told me go to LA.
wow, man. Yeah, that's
And
shit.
I
The
swear,
the
like
coincidence on that alone is just
so me and
a
Luke, so me and Luke
blessing.
asked for like a few hours. He came to the studio and I played him some beats and he was loving pretty much. I played him like 20 beats, picked pretty much half of them, right? But however, it was like one beat in particular that I played, and he was like, yo, stop everything, stop everything. He like, yo, this beat sounds like a sample that I've been trying to get flipped for the longest. Can you?
Right.
I was like, yeah, I can see what I can do. So he plays me the sample to life. He plays me the sample
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I didn't want to give up like any like, yeah, I can flip it. I can do.
Yeah, yeah. Not giving too
I don't,
much
I don't know
away. Yeah.
what
Keep
to
it
say
to
that.
your chest.
Yeah, it'd be some days where I'm like, I can flip stuff crazy. It can be, I can have an off day. So I was like, yeah, show me the sample, whatever. So he shows me the sample, and it's "Love Is Everywhere" by Pharoah Sanders. So that's the
Yeah.
sample of life. So he was like, yo, can you flip this for me? I was like, yeah, I can see what I can do. So my flight was in the morning, so it was like a late studio session. So we just wrapped it up. He gave me the sample, we exchanged
Yeah.
contact, and then like the next few days, I kind of just listened to that sample every single day, like every single day, um trying to find a part in that sample that I could flip. So one day I was like, you know what? I got it. I went in, got on my computer, I made the beat in 3 hours. Send it to Lute.
Shit, 3 hours, 3 hours.
Rest is history. So that's how
Wow.
that me flying to LA, meeting Lute on a whim,
Yeah, yeah.
him asking me to flip a sample, and me returning it to him within the next week, and then boom, life happens.
That's just saying in itself, though, doesn't it? If you've got a gut feeling, just go with it. Don't stop shit. Just go
That
straight on. Don't give in, man. So I think we might have just touched on that then, but I was gonna ask, what is the like untouchable moment for you? What you're like, this probably ain't gonna happen again, or if it does, it's once every decade or what? Do you know what I mean? Would that probably be like life or
well, I
something
mean,
else to that?
I'm such in a different um I'm such in a different space now because like now I have a major placement on my hands now under my belt. So
Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure that comes with that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because like now, can you do it again? And then
yeah,
now,
yeah. You gotta perform now, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
now you can perform and try to bring it again. So like now, um, there's a lot of you got to be able to right. Well, right now I'm trying to just capitalize on the leverage that I have because now I can say and go like, yo, I produce for Dreamville. You know what I mean? I couldn't say that last year. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah.
leverage on my hands. So now I'm just trying to capitalize on what I just accomplished. So um, but yeah, man, like it's crazy, man. Like how much can change so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just from off a gut feeling. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Definitely, man. It's like I heard you met Kendrick as well at some point. I read that in a recent
Yeah,
interview.
I
Shit, you
make
passed him your email or something, and
yeah. I've it's crazy because like I used to go to school in Chicago, so part of my grind as a producer, I used to go to these meet and greets.
yeah,
I would go to meet and greets and because Chicago would be like a tour stop, so they would come there, do promo, be there for a few days, and be out. So I would try to just always try to find out where these people are going, try to get some emails, some contacts or whatever. So
yeah,
like Kendrick, I mean it's crazy because when I look back at it, everybody else was there too. Kendrick, Mixed by Ali, J Rock, Absol, all of them was there, but I only knew Kendrick at the time. I was only listening
yeah,
to.
yeah,
I look back like, oh shit, everybody else was there too.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I met Kendrick right before Section 80 dropped.
Right.
A
So we were
long,
promoting that, I'm presuming, or
yeah, a long time ago. Like it was so long ago. I was able to walk up to Kendrick and shake his hand.
fucking hell, man. I'm sure that actually turned like, did it turn 10 or something like that today or yesterday? That section
Yeah,
eight.
it was that it was able to walk up to him, shake his hand, have a conversation. Like you can't do that now. This was I think it was like
Nah, there's no chance you're getting pushed out the
yeah,
way, man.
gotta yeah. So yeah, I met Kendrick a long time ago. I met Lupe Fiasco. I've met Ghostface. I met a lot of people, man,
Yeah,
and it's a lot of people like that, because it kind of takes away the suspense from it. Because like if you meet a lot of different celebrities, you know, it kind of it you start to get used to it, and you start to treat these people like real people.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, they just want to be treated.
Is a
Right,
superstar.
want to be treated famous. You know what I mean? They want to be
Yeah,
treated person. So I think that's what helped me meeting these Dreamville artists, because I've met so many people, on the way. When I meet somebody as another person that's famous, excuse me, when I meet a person that's famous, it's just like any other day, just like a regular.
yeah. It's just that person. You know what I'm saying? You're a
Yeah.
fan of the work, but you know that you're a human being at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So my final question for you would be, because I know for a fact I've had a few producers hitting me up that I've got you on and all this. So I want to ask, what tips could you give for an up and coming producer that's watching this or that's going to watch this?
Producer tips that I would give them. I would I would say study your favorite producers,
Right.
what whoever that is. Like me, like my favorite producers have been like Bean.
Not lost you here.
Pieces that I like from them, and it's kind of brought it into my style. So I would say study your favorite producers, pay homage, and then also um, find like me. I make my beats on the beat machine. You know what I
Right.
mean? Cause I grew up playing drums, so I'm
Yeah, yeah.
and you know what I mean. So whether you use a beat machine or if you use a computer, master that shit.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I would say
Make
master
it yours, man.
you can, and then music theory. Music theory is very, very, very fucking important. Like you definitely want to use definitely want to know your music theory. Um
Yeah.
like I'm thankful and I'm blessed that I can play it by ear. I can't just get busy on a piano. Like it's crazy, like I didn't even answer that question about the bass line. But
Yeah.
like I really had to sit down and was like, all right, I got to figure out these notes. But when I figure it out, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I
So
don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I get
yeah,
there.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get. Like, I gotta take a little bit longer. But when I got there, I was just in the zone and just
yeah,
came out. But definitely learn music theory. Master whatever if you analog or did it digital, master it, and then just um study your favorite producers, man. Study,
yeah.
it's
Definitely.
a lot of producers that came before us, and they want to teach us the knowledge, but the generations coming up, they act like they know it all. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
definitely get homage. So those would probably be my three things, man.
yeah, man. It's definitely been a pleasure having you on here.
Mm.
Hopefully, we'll get you back on here again, talking about more what you've got in the future.
Yeah.
Been a blessing, man. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem. See